And, you know, at that time, there is no wrong, there is no right. It's just kind of a memory, and it's a very vague memory.
He vanished, he disappeared, and well, he didn't disappear. We actually made him disappear because we struggled through the court system to do the right thing and to, well, for me, to protect her as much as I can.
Martine's father was banned from contacting her until she reached 18 years old. But long before then, she vowed never to see him again.
When you look at Martine's upbringing and background, I think that there's an element to that which contributes to the determined star that you see today. Because if you've had it easy all your life, you don't have the incentive, the drive.
When it's tough, you've got something to push against, you know, and I think that's, you know, that's what's happened with Martine. You know, it's definitely made her who she is today.
And in 1986, Martine found her escape route. At the age of 10, she won a scholarship to stage school Italia Conti.
It was my fairy tale come true.
And your mum's, presumably.
And my mum just, you know, she just saw it. It made me so happy. And it was something else for me to focus on.
Her mum fought tooth and nail to give her everything that she could.
I think Martine was a definite natural. No matter what you gave her, she could do it.
Martine's natural talent and fight clinched her her first lead TV role in a BBC kids show.
With frying eggs on it, what's it look like?
Acting alongside her was another future EastEnder.
Hello, lovey. Got a lot lined up today. I don't want me to help. I'm only a girl. Oh, I'm only a girl too, and it hasn't done me any harm.
And what was she like to you, Barbara?
Wonderful. I remember there was something about her that I really loved.
Here's your badge, darling.
And then when I started EastEnders, she said, goodness, she said, haven't you become a beautiful young woman? And I went, oh my God, do you remember me? She went, yeah.
Actually, at the time that you got your EastEnders break, you had a fabulous job, didn't you? You were working in knickerbockers.
Yes, I was hanging up knickers for about £1.50 an hour and just trying to get some Christmas money in.
And how did you hear about the EastEnders job?
I was with an agent at the time, and he called me and said, Martine, there's an audition for EastEnders. And I said, I don't really want to do EastEnders. He said, well, I don't think you're really in a position to be fussy. I'm working in knickerbockers. And I said, well, no, you know, I still want to do what I want to do. I said, and I spent my whole life trying to get away from the grubbiness of the East End. You know, I want to be this gorgeous star in the movies. I don't want to do a soap. And I kind of sort of turned my nose up to it slightly, if anything. And then he said, look, just read the synopsis, you know, on the part and tell me what you think. So I read it, and she seemed fantastic.
I remember the first time that her name was brought up in a script. It said Bianca's friend, busty brunette, I think it said, and my ears pricked up when I saw that.
Because her and Patsy were just the funniest comedy duo you've ever seen. I just thought they were just brilliant.
What are you saying, Ricky's stupid?
Well, he ain't no mastermind, is he? He probably couldn't even spell it.
Well, how comes he's a mechanic then?
What?
You have to be clever to do that sort of thing and take exams.
My uncle used to fix cars all the time, and he had the IQ of a duck.
I'm going to smack you one in a minute.
And do you remember your first wage at EastEnders?
I think it was something like £450 an episode or something like that.
And
Most definitely, I was
stacking
thrilled.
a lot of knickers for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I went back actually, because they were quite mean to me there. I knew that the one thing they hated, and I hated, was when somebody would decide to buy all this stuff and then they go, oh, do you know what, I've changed my mind, and you used to have to hang it all back up again for ages, and that's what I did. I went in with my Amex. I just went in there, and I said, oh, hi, how are you? And they went, oh, hello. And I went, I like that. And I'm, oh, God, I've run out of time. I'm so sorry. And I left, and I was like, yay, skipping in Lakeside in Essex. I was thrilled. Little things make me happy.
That's disgraceful. For you to go from knickerbockers to suddenly working with Barbara Windsor, Ross Kemp, I mean, it must have been pretty much near to the dream you had at Italia Conti School, wasn't it?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was amazing. And I, you know, when I was being recognised and, you know, by God knows how many people every week, it got to the point I couldn't travel on public transport anymore.
Did part of you like that, though?
Part of me liked it, and part of me was a bit scared by it, because the stars that I'd aspired to be, people were slightly sort of by, whereas the fame that you have when you're in a soap, people feel it's their right to touch you.
You're in their living room 3 times a week. They feel like you're a member of their family. Some people actually get confused on the street. They go, all right, and then realise that they don't actually know you.
Many times I've been with Martine and people have shouted out across the road, Tiffany, Tiffany.
The pressures on these stars are enormous. All of a sudden you've got everyone looking at you, you've got the paparazzi phoning you about, you can't go out without being recognised, and it's nice to most of the time, but there are days when you just want to get away from it.
Anyone that doesn't, that says that they don't go off the rails.